What's going on, everyone? It's the NBA Guru Show. I'm Zach. This is Naf, and we got a nice show tonight talking about the Kings Suns game, the playing matchups, the playoff matchups. We got a lot of stuff going on tonight. A lot of fun games and a lot of duds too. But it's gonna be fun just looking at the playoff matchups and going over them and just talking about that Clippers Warriors game that happened today. But how you doing, Naf? What'd you think of the games today?
I mean, all the games besides the Clippers Warriors games honestly just felt like preseason. Like like there's a lot of teams were resting their starters because obviously season's over. They had nothing to play for. Obviously that game had the highest stakes, Clippers Warriors, and yeah, it definitely delivered. But yeah, man, season finally over,
Yeah,
and we can finally get into the real stuff here.
yeah. Kings today needed to win today to get that home court advantage against Dallas in the play-in in their first playing game. Kings win 109-98. Not really much to talk about here. Kings, could have probably played a little bit better and blown these guys out, but I think Doug Christie was minimizing minutes here for the next game. Sabonis with 24 minutes, DeRozan 28, Keegan 23, Levine 27. So nothing too crazy from the game. Sabonis made 4 of 4 from three today, 20 and 12, 6 assists. Jonas Valanciunas, 22 points and 10 rebounds, 10, 11 shooting in 21 minutes. And yeah, I mean, nothing. I don't think there's too much to talk about here, but Kings got the win to get that home game against Dallas on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. I mean, let's just get right into the preview then. Like, what do you think the Kings got a shot in this game? You think they don't got a shot? What do they got to do to beat the Dallas Mavericks?
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. Seems like Kings fans are overly confident that they are gonna win this game. I've even seen some Kings fans, discussing the next game whether it's gonna be Grizzlies or Warriors. So I'll say, pump the brakes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an interesting game because this is a totally new Dallas team
Mhm.
than what the Kings have faced this season. I think the Kings won the season series. Yeah, they did. They won. They swept the season series versus the Mavericks. So,
Mhm.
but then again, that was a different Mavericks team.
Yeah.
No Lively in the past couple games, and no AD at all. So it's going to be a new look Mavericks team that it's going to come to Sacramento, come on the road, which I think actually might be better for them, given
Mhm.
their home crowd and how a lot of their fans have turned on them recently. In terms of the matchup, I did look at the line earlier. Do you know what the line is? Do you want to guess
Uh,
it?
I did see it. I think
You
it's
saw it
is it
already.
minus 4.5?
Yeah. It looks like yeah, around there, 4.5, 5.5. Kings are favored.
Yeah,
So
that's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. But I actually think this game's closer than probably what a lot of Kings fans think it's gonna be. But it's gonna come down to pretty much because I think Sabonis is gonna be he's going to be guarded out of this game. So I think he's going to be a non-factor in this game because I think
Mhm.
the rim protection of Dallas with Anthony Davis and Derek Lively and they're a big team. So
Mhm.
I think that this game is going to come down to Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. I'm assuming PJ Washington's going to be on DeRozan, and Najee Marshall will probably be on LaVine. So they'll probably put Klay Thompson on Keon Ellis. I'm assuming just because I
Mhm.
think Clay's probably or maybe PJ Washington, but I think Clay's probably the worst defender in their backcourt. Um, and I think it's just going to come down to Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. They can't, um, they can't have like a bad shooting day, where because if they do, then I think the Mavs actually have a shot to win this game if the threes aren't falling. So
Mhm.
it's going to be an interesting matchup because I also don't think like Levine and DeRozan are going to be able to get inside because, like I mentioned, the paint dominance with Anthony Davis and Derek Lively and the rim protection. I think it's going to be hard for them to get anything inside. So I think the shots are going to have to be falling for them.
Mhm.
And I would probably still pick the Kings to win this. I'm probably still going to pick the Kings to win this game, but I just think it's going to be a lot closer than maybe some fans expect. What's your outlook?
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. So like AD, we haven't seen the Kings swept the series, but we haven't seen Anthony Davis. It's gonna be the first time. Looks like there's never been a 10 seed to really make the playoffs as well. So that'd be a first time. Um, Flores just seen his comment between Kings and Mavs. Kings have more chemistry. That's saying something. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, like Dallas,
That
like
is
the
true.
ever since that Luka trade, they've been in and out of the lineups. AD's come in and out. He's playing here, then gets hurt, then comes again, gets hurt. Um, so they don't really like the team does not mesh at all, and they just don't. They haven't really played together that much. They're coming away, and the Kings, I mean, have been playing okay. I mean, their last games haven't been too bad. So I think their chemistry has been at least like peaking, or at least as far as the season goes with this new Zach LaVine looking team. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I think like Jonas Valanciunas might actually have to play a decent amount, 15 minutes maybe
Yeah.
even 15 to 20 minutes to get against the bigs of these guys. And if he's taking advantage of them, then I think Kings will do well. Matchup wise, Sabonis has done well against AD, like not this past season, but the year before. This year, I think the Kings were 0-4 against the Lakers, but last year I think they were 4-0. So like I don't know, Sabonis. I don't know why he has played well against Davis, but it is going to be a little different if they have that second. You know, they're going to have a second big guy. Um, so that will be a little bit tougher, but yeah, I think the matchups wise, you were right with all the matchups. Najee on Zach LaVine, as well as PJ Washington on DeMar DeRozan, um, and Clay on Keon. That'll be interesting. And who's their fifth guy? It's Lively
Maybe.
Davis.
Lively, Davis, Washington, Clay, and Najee.
Okay, yeah. So then so is Gafford Lively gonna be guarding Keegan?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I assume it'll probably be AD on Keegan and then Lively on because Keegan will be the 4, right? And
Hmm.
then Sabonis will be the 5. So I
Yeah.
assume AD will be on Keegan and then Lively will probably be on Sabonis
Hmm.
just because Keegan can shoot and I think AD will guard the perimeter better.
That's
Guards the
not.
perimeter
Yeah.
better than Lively.
That's true. That's true. That's good. I mean, keeping AD out of the paint would be nice if Keegan can make some threes.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
mean,
say like maybe the Kings should just go like small ball, maybe just go
yeah,
5 out. I know they have a lineup that they can. I don't know how
yeah, with
often
Trey
they run
Lyles
it
for
with
three.
Trey
Yeah,
Lyles. Yeah,
yeah,
if they do, just
yeah.
go
They
big.
should. Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think they're Doug Christie's gonna. I feel like he's gonna vibe it out. Like if maybe put in Trey first, see how that works, and if he's not hitting his threes, then he's gonna go to Jonas and just eat him in the paint. But
Yeah,
I don't know. That's. I feel like he's just gonna feel it out. But I do feel like Trey should be playing minutes for sure. Um,
yeah,
but
that'll
let's
be
see here.
interesting.
Michael Buffington. What team Kings? It's gonna be a close game, or the Kings lose by double
Oh
digits.
wow, lose by double.
Okay.
I would be surprised if the Kings lost by double digits.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be surprised. I don't think it'll get there. I think the offense by Dallas isn't that great. Like I don't know where they're gonna get points from other than AD.
Yeah,
Dinwiddie. He's
the
got
Mavs fans
he's
hate Dinwiddie, and for a reason. I mean, he's just Dinwiddie is. He'll have the occasional game where he goes off, but he's just such a negative player. I think
yeah,
that they don't. I actually like their other guard that they have, Brandon Williams, who they called up from the
yeah.
G League. He's
Hmm.
actually pretty underrated, but he got injured today with an oblique strain. He left the game
Ooh.
7 minutes in, so I think
Oh
that's going
wow.
to be actually a bigger loss than maybe some people will talk about because I do
Yeah,
think Brandon Williams is probably better than Dinwiddie. To be honest, I know Mavs fans hate Dinwiddie, and yeah, just when you watch him play, he can be a headache to watch, man. So yeah, I mean Dinwiddie will probably get 20 plus minutes though, especially if
yeah.
Brandon Williams is out.
Um,
And
no,
then
for
Max
sure.
Christie will probably I don't know if
Oh yeah,
they'll
Max
put like
Christie.
9 man rotation. And then they're
Mhm.
coming off the bench will probably be Gafford, Christie, Dinwiddie. I know they have Dante Exum who's played some minutes, but
Yeah,
I don't know how deep Kid's gonna go into his bench to be honest. But those are pretty much the key bench players that they have. So honestly, the Kings, I don't know, is Laravia gonna play? Is he trending for
uh, I,
something?
I don't think
I don't know
so.
if Laravia's gonna play, but
Yeah,
yeah, I think I don't. I think I well, what I'm trying to say is pretty much that the Mavs bench is not a threat.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think that, and so I think that pretty much the Mavs will have to have lights out games from Clay and Najee Marshall to win this
yeah.
game.
They got to make their threes. I know Najee's
Yeah,
been awful this year from threes, so I think he's got to be carrying like making his 3 pointers. And if they're not making threes, then I don't see where they get their offense.
yeah, exactly.
AD's got to go for like 50 or something. I think AD's got to go for 40 plus if they to
Oh
have a chance to
wow,
win the game.
is
Yeah,
that your
I
take?
think I think Anthony Davis has got to have at least 40 points if they're gonna win the playing game. Um,
Wow. So
yeah,
you think without a 40 plus AD type of performance, then the Kings should win the game if they
yeah,
just
I
keep
think
AD from
yeah,
scoring.
they exactly. It's gonna be tough because Sabonis or Keegan. I guess
Again, yeah.
Keegan can help out as well. But yeah, I think if they can minimize AD, and then hopefully just not get a good Clay game. Last year in the play-in, I think Clay Thompson against the Kings went 0 for 11 against them. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I don't know. I think and if Levine's got to stay like Levine and DeMar, like Levine, DeMar, and Sabonis, like two of the three have to have good offensive games. Like if you only have one offensive good game from them, then you're cooked too. So the Kings got to have two of those three guys like have like 20 points at least,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. No, they definitely
Um,
have to have, yeah, at least two of those
yeah.
threes, like you said, go off. And then maybe even
Um,
like someone else like Keon Ellis or maybe Trey Lyles, someone else can, because sometimes, you'll have those players off the bench go off.
yeah. How many times yeah, it happens a lot, for sure. Just everyone getting their career highs and points and stuff. That's it's happened quite a few times, but I mean, who would be the X factor for the Mavs? I guess it would be Max
Um,
Christie or something, just going off against us, just having a 25
PJ
point game.
Washington, Max Christie, or
Yeah,
maybe Clay Thompson. I mean, like you say, went 0 for 11 last year, but probably not. But
wants
yeah, I
revenge a
think
little
if
bit.
I had to pick an X factor for the Mavericks, it could even be Dinwiddie if he gets hot. Like Michael
Yeah,
was saying, some players just shoot well at Golden One. But yeah, it could be like you said, AD might need to just drop 40 points for them to win the game. He might
yeah,
just really have to carry them and just cook Sabonis because, or even like JV. Like I don't know if there's anyone honestly on the Kings that can really guard AD 1v1.
right.
Keegan Murray, I don't know who your best bet would be to honestly to put on AD.
Yeah,
Maybe yeah, I don't know. Sabonis, like you said, has done well against them in the
yeah,
past. So I guess you just start off with that and then see how that goes, and then
yeah,
and
exactly.
then you make adjustments based on how the game is playing out.
Yeah, I think I would be. I mean, just have Sabonis on to start it out. If it really gets ugly, then you got to switch around with Keegan and stuff. But um, Keegan is going to be too short, not as length. He's just not gonna. I
Yeah, I
feel
think
like
it's
it's
too
going to be tough.
small. I
Yeah,
think Keegan is too small to guard
yeah,
AD.
yeah. So that's only if like he's like going off or something. You got to try to do that. But yeah, for sure. I think Sabonis to start off, but yeah, I mean, I think AD has got to go off for them to win. I really do think that's their superstar guy. They traded a hull, Luka Doncic for him, so they're gonna need him to absolutely go off in this playing game. And yeah, you are right. Dinwiddie has been awful lately.
Yeah.
He's his plus minus is always like it's kind of he's always has bad plus minuses.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean he had five. Yeah, I mean when he played the Lakers, I just remember he had 5 points on like 1 of 11 shooting in 29 minutes. So, and I feel
yeah,
like that's just he's been just trending downwards for Dallas. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about Dinwiddie. I doubt he's gonna go off. I think I would honestly worry more about Najee Marshall
just
going
a
off.
just a really fun trivia question here. Who do you think leads the Mavericks in minutes played this year?
Oh, that is a good question. Is it Najee Marshall?
No,
Oh, is it? Oh man, who could it be? Um,
it's a guy.
Klay
It's a guy.
Thompson.
No, that's a good guess. I have to fact check this real quick to make sure. I did see it. I just got to make sure it is correct.
All right.
And let me give it a second here.
Is it yeah, I guess those would probably be my guesses, Clay Thompson or Najee Marshall. I mean, unless it's
It's
like Dinwiddie.
it's Dinwiddie
Oh,
with
it is.
with 20
It is
with 20
Dinwiddie.
2100 minutes over 78 games, and
I
he's on a
should.
minimum contract too.
Oh wow, yeah, I should have guessed that because he always gets 25 plus minutes. I feel like every game, no
Yeah,
matter how bad he's doing. Jason Kidd, for some reason, I don't know, he always plays him.
yeah, he always plays them, and he's been on the team the whole year, and like I guess he doesn't get hurt that much. So,
That's true.
um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that
But yeah,
was just a fun stat.
they rested their starters today versus Memphis. I think
Yeah,
most of their starters, so I think they pretty much conceded that that ninth spot to Sacramento.
Clay better not beat the Kings. Yeah, that'd be he might want to have some revenge. I mean, he had a terrible game last year. We'll see if he
You
plays a
think
little bit
Keon Ellis
better.
will be on Clay,
Uh,
or
yeah,
do you just like
I think
rotate, or maybe Keon Levine?
yeah, I think I'd be happy if Keon is on Clay because I just don't want him to go off at all. Like I do not want that guy to get hot. Like do not like that's like the one like like
You
a
could put,
perimeter offensive player that and like
yeah,
I feel like Keegan can be okay on PJ
maybe
or
Keon could be
Najee.
on Najee, or
Yeah,
Keegan could be on Najee. Because
I would say if I was the Kings, I would put Keon to start on Clay, and hopefully hope he's containing him, doesn't get hot. If Najee starts getting hot, then maybe switch and see if that works. But then they might go to Clay. But
yeah,
that's a good question. I don't know. I would definitely put Keon to start on Clay. What about you?
um, man, yeah, it's hard with Clay because Clay can't really create his own shot at this point of his career. I mean, even at his
Yeah,
peak, he was never a dribble and shoot guy. He's always been a catch and shoot,
yeah,
3-point shooter, and getting to the rim every now and then. But I think I would start Keon on Najee Marshall. I think I would put Levine on Clay, and then PJ Washington and or DeRozan on PJ Washington. So I think I would pretty much sort of just match up. I'm assuming that the Mavs will do the reciprocal of that. So
hmm
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I don't think the Kings will play any zone this game. I know they've played some zone in the past few games,
yeah,
but I think the Mavs have enough good shooters. And then also when you play zone, it's just it's going to be
get
harder
the
to
rebound.
box out the bigs
Yeah,
like Anthony Davis and Lively and whatnot. So
yeah,
I don't see them going to zone this game. I would be surprised. I think that's almost like suicide.
yeah,
But I think you just play them straight up. But I would put Keon on Najee Marshall just because I think Najee's more of an offensive threat than Clay at this point of his career.
Dallas makes 12.4 threes a game. That is the 26th. They're fifth worst in the league for that.
Oh wow! Do
Um,
they shoot a lot? Do you have their 3-point attempts up?
well, I have their 3 point percentage, and they're a mid tier 3 point. Like they're right in the middle for 3 point 15th. Um,
15th in percentage.
yeah, yeah. Kings shoot 35.7 from three. Dallas shoots 36.4. And for 3 pointers made, Sacramento makes 12.6. Dallas makes 12.4.
But who
So
shoots more? What are the attempts? Do you have the attempts there?
Uh, yeah, I have the attempts. 3 pointers attempted per game. Sacramento's 35.2. Dallas is 34.2.
Oh wow, very similar.
Yeah, they shoot right about the same threes. So
So what's your
that's
prediction for this game? Kings by
um,
Kings by
yeah,
how many?
I got Kings 108 100.
Oh wow, you got the Kings 108 100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we
Tristan
guessed.
Jackson, we guessed the line. We both already saw the line pregame, which
Yeah,
was about I think -5 for Sacramento's favored.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I
with
actually think the Kings win a close one. I'll say 102-97. I would say they win
mm,
by 5.
okay,
Just
okay,
because I
well,
think these types of games are typically low scoring,
yeah,
especially a single elimination game. So I
mm,
think it's going to be a very low scoring game, and I think the Kings just squeak it out. I'll just say 102-99. I'll say they win by 3. I think it comes down to the wire. make it a one
Okay, okay.
possession game.
Then the line is on the wire as well at the very end, between 3 and 5 or something. If because it was minus four and a
Wow.
half.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends on
Uh,
what book you're looking at, but
yeah.
yeah, 4.5, 5. It's around there.
But yeah, it's gonna be yeah, we'll see if it moves, Tristan. But yeah, I think it'll be a good game. We should go over some of these matchups. But before we get into matchups, let's just quickly talk about the Warriors Clippers game that happened. Uh, Went down to the wire. Curry made some big shots, and then all of a sudden he gets some turnovers. Draymond misses a layup that made it way harder than it should have been. Trying to get a foul. I don't know what he was doing. Should have been almost an offensive foul. But I mean that was a really good game, and I got to give props to Adam Silver making the play-in tournament and making teams fight like this to the end. Even though most of the other games weren't that close and competitive and intense, but at least one of them was at the end of the year.
No, for sure. I think this was playoff, like pretty much a playoff level type of game, and it was honestly one of the best games of the year.
Yeah,
Easily top 3. I mean, the
yeah,
only one I could really think of that my top is the one from a few weeks ago between the Nuggets and Wolves.
Minnesota.
But
Yeah,
yeah, this one was definitely a top 3 game just because, and also just like Kawhi performing, looking like peak Kawhi right now.
yeah.
We mentioned that recently, and he's looking like himself again. He played, I think,
47
47
minutes.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
47 minutes for Kawhi, and he looked good, man. He was 47 minutes. He had 33, 7 and 6 and 43. Jimmy Butler played 48 minutes. He only rested 5 minutes. Jimmy Butler, I think, carried pretty much the Warriors the first half before, or the first 3 quarters almost. He was almost doing everything for the Warriors. And then Curry really took over that fourth quarter. I think he had like 18 fourth quarter points. Curry did.
wow.
But yeah, I mean, this was a great game. Also, James Harden had a good game offensively. And I mean, it's just a lot of the old guys, come into play. So it was nice to see them, and yeah, they really treated this like a single elimination game, which I mean, it kind of is. Like,
Yeah,
obviously, I was,
you get a week
you know,
off if you win.
what was that?
You get a week off if you
Yeah, you
win.
get a
If you
week
win.
off if you want, but I think that's kind of like a little over exaggerated. Like Warriors fans are acting like, oh, we get 6 days off, but if you win on Tuesday, you get 4 days off, and it's not like it's not like they have to
Yeah,
travel anywhere.
yeah,
The Memphis versus Warriors game is in San Francisco, so it's not like they have to travel anywhere.
yeah,
But yeah, like you said, Draymond just foul baiting shamelessly on that last attempt. He
yeah.
could have had an easy layup. We both wanted the Warriors to win just because the
Mhm.
first round matchups would have looked juicier. It would have been
Mhm.
Warriors versus the Lakers, the 3-6, and then the 4-5 would have been Nuggets versus Timberwolves. And then, I mean, the 7 versus 2 probably would have been Clippers versus Rockets. So right now it's looking like it's going to be right now it is Timberwolves, Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers, and it's looking like it's going to be Warriors versus Rockets, which is actually not a bad matchup. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun game at the end. Harden in overtime, I think, won them that game. He hit 2
Yeah,
big threes that put him up
yeah.
117 to
Straight
111. And
ahead.
then,
That was a
yeah,
crazy
straight ahead
three-pointer.
that last one. So I
Yeah.
think that's pretty much what won them the game in overtime. We can talk about the last play call. I mean, Buddy Hield. I get why he
I get
caught
it.
why it was a catch and shoot with 6 seconds
Yeah.
left, because the Clippers would
Don't
have
want to
fouled
get
him.
fouled. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Kerr was trying to avoid that, but I don't understand why it was drawn up for Buddy. Like, I honestly would have rather had Moses Moody shoot that. Buddy Hield was just, I mean, what did he shoot this game? I mean, he was just not good. He just hasn't been shooting well recently. Shot 2 for 6 from 3 in 16 minutes. He had 8 points this game. Yeah, so I mean, and then Jonathan Kuminga has been a big topic from this game because he was a DNP coach's
Yeah.
decision. So it looks like the Warriors are moving on from Kuminga. I mean, that's what it looks like. I have no idea how he doesn't play in a game where
That's
you have to guard
insane.
Kawhi. Yeah, 6'8" forward, and you're playing against Kawhi and these guys that you can put Kuminga on, and he didn't get any minutes. So I mean, if you're playing Buddy Hield and Gary Payton the second over him, I mean, the writing's probably on the wall for Jonathan Kuminga at Golden State.
It's crazy. This guy's going to command like 30, 35 million maybe, or I mean, I don't know how like
Kuminga?
or maybe 40. I don't
He's
know
a
like how much he
restricted free
wants.
agent after this year, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that's the type of money he's gonna want. But it's just crazy that he's didn't even get any playing time. I don't know what his beef is
Insane,
with
yeah.
Kerr. Fun fact: James Harden has made the playoffs every year of his career.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. I mean,
That's
he's been on some
impressive.
great teams, man. This is like what? This
Yeah,
is the second era of that
yeah,
the Warriors are seeing James Harden.
yeah,
And they played that the Houston Rockets James Harden.
yeah.
Now he's over here on the Clippers torturing him, man.
Kawhi Leonard, I've never seen him play that intense defense like in like 7 years, dude.
Dude,
Like he
it's
was
insane.
he was
He's
trying to
Spurs like
lock down.
Spurs Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah,
man. That's what we
I've never.
said. Like we were talking about this like recently on one of the previous shows. Like
Yeah,
he's got like his handles are like on a string, man. It's like
yeah.
insane. I mean, the last
He's
shot
like,
was the game winner shot was a bad shot, was a bad break,
yeah,
and then he
over
missed the free
Draymond.
throw. But man, that was probably just fatigue
Yeah. I don't
settling
even
in.
think like it was kind of a bad shot because it's like a bad play call. Like find something better, but like I don't know. It wasn't. It was like an okay. Like it wasn't terrible shot either. Like for Kawhi just to shoot that mid range, yeah, it was over Draymond. Probably could have gotten somebody else. That's what I would have liked.
No,
Good
I mean it
switch.
wasn't a bad shot because he was shooting
Yeah,
so well. I think he was
yeah,
like, I mean, he ended up shooting 13 to 20 from the field.
yeah,
So I don't think it was a bad shot. I think, I mean, if I was there was 10 seconds left, so I think they should have just put him in like a ball screen, maybe
yeah,
just like with Gary Payton too, or someone smaller. So
yeah,
Draymond did have
yeah.
a good
Good.
contest on it.
Yeah. Um, and then it's funny he missed the layup on him at the end. But yeah, I mean, 48 minutes for Harden, 47 for Kawhi. It was worth it at the end. Ben Simmons got 11 minutes, passing up layups still. Uh, yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
Ben Simmons getting minutes in a crucial game was surprising to me. I couldn't believe he was out there.
yeah. The bench wasn't play didn't pl- doesn't it's not a great bench. Derek Jones Jr., Ben Simmons, Bogdan Bogdanovic, who sometimes gets hot, but they
Yeah,
didn't
I'll
none of
say
them
Derek
played
Jones
well.
Jr. and Bogdan have been good for them.
Yeah, but they haven't been playing like today's game. Sorry, they didn't play well. Um, and then for Warriors, yeah, man, even Pod actually had a good game. I saw him; he was making a lot of threes,
Yeah,
and he was playing well. Wouldn't have even minded if he had the 3-pointer at the end. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, that Jonathan Camille DMP. We'll see if that continues in the play-in and playoffs if they end up making it. Let's see what Tristan's saying here. How cool would it be if Grizz win and we win and play Dubs next? Sabonis revenge versus Draymond. Yeah, we played them in the play-in last year. We would do it again. I'm kind of scared about the Warriors. I'd probably rather play the Memphis Grizzlies. We've done well against them, and I guess it's just a more fun game. I'll say that for sure. Warriors Kings for like the fifth time, just playing them nonstop. But yeah, I mean it'd be fun. It'd be definitely a fun game. I mean Flores saying playoff atmosphere, refs will let them play. Yeah, I agree. We got
Have you seen
Pageman in
the
the
Grizzlies
house.
Warriors line?
I have I believe, as well as
Oh,
if
you
I
saw
think
all
it.
the lines?
Yeah,
I just looked it up now.
I think it was. It's Warriors 6.5 or something.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at says Warriors -7. So I think I would be
Yeah.
surprised if the Grizzlies won that game. To
Do
be
you did
honest,
you do you would you bet on the Grizzlies? Like Jimmy Butler just played 48 minutes and he
hmm
looked a little hobbled at the end. Might be a little fatigued.
yeah, he took
Uh,
he took a knee to the thigh. So I
yeah,
think like when it's something like that, I honestly don't think I think that's just like in the moment you feel it,
yeah,
but after a day, I mean, maybe you get a slight bruise on the outside, but no, I don't, I think Jimmy will be fine. I think Jimmy will be fine.
yeah.
I think he'll be good to go Tuesday. I don't
Steph
think
Curry, man, with a minus 16.
Curry was -16 today.
Yeah, and 8 turnovers.
Yeah, the turnovers at the end were really bad, but he did carry them. He did pretty much keep them in the game with his 3 pointers,
Yeah.
in the fourth and OT.
Hmm.
So I think yeah, that's a problem. Like we said last show with Curry, is sometimes you'll have these turnovers which are just really
Yeah.
bad. He'll be getting trapped and he'll try to pass out of it, or he'll do his little behind the back pass that sometimes goes nowhere to the other team. So no, I mean Curry didn't have the most perfect game, but he
Yeah.
was he was pretty much the reason they're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean He shot
And
7 of 12 from 3, 36 points. I mean, Harden had 39 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. I think Zubac too. Honestly, he's going to be
yeah,
an all defensive guy. I think probably second team, but he had 22 points, 17 rebounds, and he's honestly now people are finally catching on to him, but he's been one of the
yeah,
most underrated centers in the league. So I think
yeah.
with his rim protection, they had to play Looney
Mhm.
probably more than they usually do. I think Kevon Looney had 16 minutes. So yeah, I mean the Clippers are a lot of team sleepers in the West playoffs.
Yeah,
And I mean, I'm spoiler, but I'm gonna pick them to beat the Nuggets in a 7-game series. But I just think that they just need to stay healthy, like you said, and their bench is pretty thin. With
yeah,
Derek Jones Jr., Bogdan, who are good, but after that, those 7, it gets pretty thin with Ben Simmons and
yeah.
their coffee, and then they pretty much have no one on the bench. So I think Ty Lue
They're
might
like,
just have to go 8-man rotations.
yeah. Then he's like Denver doesn't have a great bench either, so he doesn't
That's
have to worry
true.
about too much. Um, Field goal percent by the game for today's game: Clippers Warriors 54-56, very close. The rebounding was the big difference: 42 rebounds for the Clips, and Warriors with 25 rebounds. They did not rebound the ball very well. But and turnover
Zubac,
wise,
man, that's Zubac just
yeah.
dominating the paint.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's just get to the matchups. I think everyone wants to hear the matchups. Um, I guess we'll start with let's just start with the West. Or should we go for the playing game, the
Yeah,
Warriors Memphis?
we can do Warriors Grizzlies. I mean, we touched on it a little bit,
Yeah,
but sounds like you kind of are leaning towards maybe the Grizzlies
I,
covering that +7. Or
yeah,
what do you think?
I think Warriors still win, but I think they'll cover the 7 points. So I'd probably say I'll probably go something like 105 to 100 type game. Yeah,
Oh
105.
wow, you think it's gonna
Yeah,
be that close?
I think it'll be close, a little bit closer than expected. Yeah.
So the Warriors won the season series 3-1,
Hmm.
but so I think the Warriors win this. I think pretty comfortably actually.
Hmm.
I mean, Triple J obviously might pose a problem for the Warriors front
Hmm.
court, but I think Draymond can. I think you put Draymond on Triple J. I assume that the Grizzlies will start ED. So I'm just trying to think, like looking through the matchups. I think Curry, Butler, and Draymond
It's too
with their
much. Yeah.
experience, and it's too much. And then this has been like a rivalry too, kind of since recently with these guys played in the playoff series. I think a few years ago with the
Hmm.
jaw gun stuff. I think that was that
Oh yeah,
series.
yeah, yeah.
I
That's
think that's
true.
sort of what ignited it. So yeah, I mean, I'll say Warriors win by 10. I'll say
Okay.
115 or
Mhm.
103, 10 plus. I say they
Yeah.
win by double digits.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think it should be a fun game. I mean, like what Desmond Bain, maybe guarding Jimmy Butler,
Oh yeah.
or Curry. I mean, who's going to be guarding one? Desmond's guarding Curry, or and then who's going to be guarding Butler?
Yeah. I mean,
No,
who do
no
they
more
have?
Wells, no more
Aldama
Jalen
maybe? I don't
Wells.
know. Who the Grizzlies? I mean, they have Aldama. They usually start Triple J, I think, Edie, Jaw, Desmond. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, I don't know. I know that. I mean, today Marvin Bagley went
Bagley
off.
started
Did you see
25
that?
and 12. Yeah.
25 and 12 for Marvin Bagley, but I don't think he's actually going to play any real minutes in
No,
these
no,
high stakes games. So,
no.
man, it's going to be interesting. I don't know the Grizzlies off the top of my head like that. I have to look it
They,
up.
they got Vince Williams Jr. would be another
GG
guy.
Jackson.
Yeah, GG Jackson, but he doesn't even get that many. Like he doesn't really play that much
He
either.
didn't
Maybe
play it.
Scottie Pippen Jr. might be getting a lot of minutes. Um, I think those are the two guys that will be playing. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean
they
the big
start.
four are Morant, obviously Bain, Edie, and Triple J. I think those four are
Yeah.
locked in.
So the starters against the Nuggets were Morant, Bain, Vince Williams Jr., Edie, and Jaren Jackson Jr. So I think that's the five they'll go with, and Santi getting minutes, Luke Kennard getting minutes, and like Scottie Pippen Jr. getting minutes. I think that's going to be their 8-man rotation. Maybe John Concher,
Char. Yeah.
Conchar is going to get the little some minutes,
Oh,
but
it was Wells. It was Wells. He was
it was
starting.
Wells before.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I think they had two like big injuries, like Wells and Brandon Clark.
Yeah.
Those guys were getting like a lot of minutes for them and playing, significant minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, Vince Williams and Bain will probably get the Butler and Curry assignments. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I think so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, they're gonna be big. They're gonna be a big team with against the Warriors. Edie and Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
Edie and
The front
Draymond
court.
always get into it a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. There was some ED Draymond stuff from the past game.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be a fun game. I think the Warriors experience of like you say, Edie's a rookie. Vince
yeah,
Williams, these guys don't really have the experience besides Triple J, and Desmond Bain. And so I think the Warriors should handle them pretty easily. So I think it will be Grizzlies versus Kings
yeah. Grizzlies
on
versus
Friday.
Kings.
Game would be on Friday, right?
Yeah, it'll be on
Yeah.
Friday.
That would be in Memphis too. Oh, that's actually a
Yeah.
far trip for one of the most East Coast Western Conference teams for Sacramento.
Actually, that's that. Oh yeah, for the Kings to go to Memphis.
Travel.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they
yeah.
would have to travel. Because
It'd be the
their
same
game is on
distance, I
Tuesday,
guess.
right? The Dallas game's on Tuesday.
It's on Wednesday.
Oh wow! So 2 days rest
Yeah.
or 1 day
So
rest.
yeah. Well, so Memphis, I think, is playing on Tuesday, and
Yeah,
I
and then
think they're
Memphis would have extra day
the
rest.
extra day rest. Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting. I
it's
wonder
gonna
why
be
they had
tough.
that. I feel like the 9-10 should be the first game then, since they're traveling
Yeah,
no matter what.
yeah. But
Adam Silver
yeah.
got to look into that.
We got Abu in the background. He's going off. He really wants that Grizzlies Kings
Abu doesn't like
matchup.
the Grizzlies. He doesn't. Abu didn't like the Grizzlies mention or something, man. He doesn't like the jaw. He doesn't like jaw. He's
He's
anti-guns over there, man.
he's trying to stay safe, man.
He didn't like the jaw mention, man.
But yeah, he'll be going off for a little bit here, so we just gotta let him cook.
Just let him cook, man.
Um, yeah, so we'll see what happens, but I'm thinking, yeah. So we'll see what's happening. We'll just go to the the rest matchups here. One versus, or we can't do the and the 2 seeds yet because we don't know who it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
We can save those for the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do 3-6 Lakers versus Minnesota. Everyone wanted, including us, wanted that Lakers Warriors juicy matchup. LeBron versus Curry, but it didn't happen. Maybe in the next round, it could happen.
It would happen in the next round. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Lakers Minnesota is actually pretty interesting. I mean, I was thinking about just today, like if they had Karl Anthony Towns, I would be picking Minnesota easily. I think.
Wow. Really?
I think Karl Anthony Towns would do well against that Lakers team. They don't have a big
They
man.
don't have a front court. Yeah.
Yeah, and he could have taken advantage. Anthony Edwards with him, that'd been good. But now Randall like taking advantage of the big man there. I don't know if I trust him that much. I'd probably still choose Lakers in 6, but yeah, I think it's going to be a fun series with Ant and playing in against the Lakers, putting on a show. But I think, man, the offense by Reeves, LeBron, and Doncic is just going to be too much, man. I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, what does Shannon Sharp say? Like Ant Rant can't Lakers in 5. I don't think it's gonna be Lakers in 5. I think this is gonna be a close series. I think it's gonna be man, like you said, the front court might pose a problem, but then again, I think Rudy Gobert might become unplayable in this series if the Lakers go 5 out, which I think they will. So I think they could or I mean, there's also a scenario where Rudy Gobert's getting 20 rebounds in a game.
Yeah.
So my pick is Lakers in 7. I think this is going to go 7.
Okay.
I mean, the season series is 2-2, but the Lakers were 1-0 with Luka.
Yeah.
The Luka Lakers are 1-0 versus the Timberwolves. So I think Lakers in 7. The Timberwolves are top 4 in 3-point percentage and top 6 in 3-point rate. So they do shoot a lot of threes. And obviously, we don't really have that perimeter presence like we used to with the defense. Luka Doncic has his defensive liabilities. Same with Austin Reeves. LeBron tends to coast every now and then, although he's shown flashes. But LeBron is more of like he's become more
playoff LeBron, man.
Huh?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff
Can't
LeBron. I
underestimate.
mean, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if playoff LeBron turns it on defense. So yeah, as long as he doesn't have those lapses, I'm assuming it's going to be, I think that's pretty much going to be the issue. Like you said, the front court with Jackson Hayes, Rui at the 4. So that's probably going to be the starting 5 there. And
Mhm.
then yeah, just I think Ant's going to feast on the inside. Like you said, we don't have Anthony Davis. We don't have that rim
Mhm.
protection. So an Ant drives. Like if you looked at like the first 2 rounds of last year, like Ant feasted because
Yeah.
he played a team that didn't have any rim protection. Like, and then when he faced Dallas, he had to go up against Lively and Gafford in the paint, so he struggled much more. So I think Ant will feast this series. And he made the most 3-pointers this year. I think he 320. So on 40%, I think shooting, so 3-point shooting. So he's taking a game another level. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be in terms of matchups, going to be interesting. Like you said with Randall, Randall's been. I don't like Randall. I'd never liked Randall, but I have to give him his credit. He's been playing well recently
Yeah.
for Minnesota, and then
Yeah, he
Naz
has.
Reid coming off the bench. They have the 3-and-D wings that can defend. Luca, AD, and Braun out there with like
Yeah.
Nikhil Alexander Walker and Jalen McDaniels.
Yeah.
Even though Jalen McDaniels, I think, hasn't really taken that leap forward that Timberwolves fans expected him this year.
Jaden, yeah.
So that's why I think it's going to be closer than people think. I
Yeah.
think the Timberwolves are going to take them all the way down to Game 7, and I just think that I'm taking out. That's why I'm taking the Lakers in 7. I just think with Luka and Gobert is probably going to be. I think he's going to be unplayable, to be honest.
All right, well let's think
And
about it. Lakers, they're 5. Is there 5 at the end of the game? LeBron,
Rui,
Doncic, Rui,
Reed,
Reeves, and Smith. Because
mm,
last game
Jackson
or
Hayes.
Vander. Yeah, it could. Jackson Hayes starts, but I don't know. Like if we'll see if they
Yeah,
play
he
him.
doesn't. He doesn't. Sometimes he'll get like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So I'm just trying to see like if because once the Lakers start doubling on
yeah,
Anthony
they'll probably
Edwards,
blitz him. Yeah.
yeah, they'll blitz him. Then you got Conley, McDaniels, Randall, and maybe probably Nas Reed instead of Gobert. It's not
You think?
bad. I think
Well, you said Conley and
Conley, Ant, Randall, McDaniels, and Gobert, and Reed, Nas Reed instead of Gobert.
I wouldn't be
That would be
surprised
like
if
your
instead
crunch.
of Conley it's Alexander Walker though.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
I think they could. I think I could see
Yeah,
them doing that. I think that would be more troublesome for the Lakers too, because I think Conley isn't really going to be able to
yeah,
defend anyone on the other end. So I would be surprised if he gets a lot of minutes.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, Lakers. They got a pretty big line. Like their guards are all big. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the games match up. But man, like
So you said Lakers in 6.
yeah, I think Lakers in 6. I just think their offense is going to be too good, and I don't think I just don't see the Minnesota getting that much offense from the rest of the team. Like everyone's like all the role players all got to be really good. I think Reynolds has been playing good. He had just like 19 points on like 48 shooting. He's been playing pretty good, but like it's still not the amount of points I'd like him to see. Like he used to average like I think like his peak in points was
Yeah, that's true.
like
That's true. Other
25.
outside of Ant, they really have to get like the role players to step up.
Yeah.
And I mean, Gobert has
Um,
like no offensive game.
yeah.
Randall, like you said, and yeah, Jalen McDaniels are probably and Nikhil Alexander Walker. I mean, Nas Reed is very good offensively, so I guess
Yeah.
they would just have to hope Nas Reed has a series of his life.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like if it was the Nas Reed role, like I guess LeBron's guarding Nas Reed, and
Yeah,
so that'd be. And then who's guarding Randall? Randall's got to cook. I think Randall's got to average
you're
like
right.
25 plus to
Yeah,
win.
I think Randall's an X factor. We've been talking about X
Yeah.
factors of the series. I think
Yeah.
it's got to be Randall. Like you said, Doris Finney-Smith will probably close
Yeah.
out the game. He usually does. So yeah, they usually do go with that small lineup at the end. But yeah, if that's the case, Randall just has to cook, man.
Yeah. I think yeah, I'm gonna say he's averaging 19 this year, but Julius Randle has got to average at least 25 points in the playoffs for them to win the series. At least 25 points. That's the only way they can really win. He's gonna be the guy to stop to make sure that they can get to the next round. But I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think
We'll
if they
see.
don't blitz Ant, I could see him averaging like 35. If they don't blitz Ant, he's gonna average like 35 this series. Like at
Yeah.
least 35 if they don't blitz him. But I assume they're gonna blitz him. They're gonna
Yeah.
try to take the ball out of his hand. And then it's just gonna have to come down at usually you'll have Nikhil Alexander Walker in that corner just hitting threes. So it's just gonna come down to that. But
Yeah.
man,
That's gonna be it.
it's actually it's an interesting matchup, like X's and O's wise. It's gonna be good to see what both teams do.
That's what the Nuggets did in that big game. That like Ant barely could get the ball back in that fourth quarter because he was just getting blitzed, and then
Yeah, exactly.
uh,
Which is like why I don't understand like why Finch doesn't have him do like these Steph motions where he's not bringing the
yeah,
ball up. Like if you're gonna get blitzed, you shouldn't bring the ball up alone. I mean,
yeah,
if you want the player to shoot, like that's not you got to have him like come off screens and stuff.
yeah. So it'll be a good series, and
So
then we
you
got
got
the
so you got Lakers in 6. I got Lakers in
yeah.
7.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Denver and the Clippers. This is a great series. Um, Clippers have been I think they're peaking pretty well right now. Like Harden's playing really well. Kawhi has been peaking like this is the best Kawhi I've seen in 5, 6, 7 years. Uh, he's playing out of his mind. His intensity, like I can see emotion in all the games he's playing. He's like getting angry and stuff, and like he's just really into the game. I mean, today in the game, I feel like he got pissed like 4 times. Um, in the fourth quarter and in overtime. So
Yeah, did you see his
Denver's
quote?
got
Did you see his quote
what was
today?
his
He said
quote?
that like, just happy to be part of an organization that lets me go outside and rehab and like, do my own stuff. So just taking shots at San Antonio still. So he's still a little salty about that. He was just praising the Clippers for letting him,
Take the
go
3 years
treatment
off.
on his own pretty much.
No, it's that. I mean, it's hard to tell on that stuff because how serious the injuries were. I mean, he's been on and off and haven't playing management loading. It's been all over the place for him. So I don't know what's been going on. It's not like he's like with the Clippers. It's not like he's been super healthy the last like 5 years with the Clips. So I
That's
don't know
true.
what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I guess Jamal Murray is going to be the big X factor. We're talking about X factors. How healthy is he going to be? If it's
Yeah.
playoff Murray, I think Denver has a good chance. They have the home court. Jokic is playing out of his mind. Christian Brown has been playing way better, but Clippers have been looking real nice, real nice. And they got a really good 5 with Zubac. And Zubac on Jokic is not a bad matchup.
Yeah.
So that's defensively, I think they're okay with that. Then the matchup wise, you got Kawhi on is going to be on Murray. You probably get Harden on, I guess Brown and who am I missing? Aaron Gordon
Gordon,
versus
MPJ.
and yeah, Aaron Gordon, MPJ are the last ones, and those matchups will be who else? Who am I missing on the Clippers right now? Off the top of my head.
Norman Powell, Zubac, Harden, you said,
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi, Chris Dunn.
Okay.
Who started today? I mean, was it Chris Dunn? I think Chris Dunn usually at point guard. I think usually they do play Chris Dunn. I don't know who started today. Let me see. Was it Chris Dunn? Chris Dunn has actually been like defensively, like
Yeah.
he has some good steals on Curry today too.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
actually
he
been
was.
playing
Yeah.
quietly sound defense.
No, he was really good on. I mean, he was the guy guarding Curry the whole time, like just following
Yeah,
him and marking him the whole time.
yeah,
So
exactly.
he's a
Yeah, he started
little.
today.
Yeah, he started today. So I think that'll be
Wow, he
good for
shot 3 for
them.
3 from 3. He's usually like that's his thing. His offensive deficiency is what holds him back.
Yeah.
But man, if they get that from him, wow, that's a steal. And these guys are all like they. I mean, give credit to the Clippers. They got all these guys: Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn, all these guys on like minimum deals.
Yeah,
Boban, all these guys are great.
they've been doing well with the small deals, but I mean every year we think the Clippers are going to do damage and then they end up folding early. So it's been like this for 5, 6 years. I don't know
That's
since like
true. But
2019
hey,
since the
that's
trade.
no more Paul George, man. No more fraud
Yeah.
playoff P. More
But
playoff P to
yeah,
hold them back. And Kawhi got hurt, I think, last year against Dallas. And then
yeah,
there was also, I think, the year before. So I don't even remember like the last healthy series Kawhi actually played with them.
yeah.
Man. That might be a good thing to find out.
Man, it's gonna be So I mean, man, like now that I'm looking at the matchups, like I don't know who's good. So like Zubac on Jokic, Kawhi. We is he gonna be on Aaron Gordon maybe now? I think maybe put him Kawhi on Aaron Gordon and Chris Dunn on Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
And
or
then
Kawhi on
Powell,
MPJ maybe, and you just no.
Harden or Powell on MPJ, and then
Yeah,
Harden on
I want
Brown.
to. Yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds right. That's probably what it will be,
yeah, that'll be
just to
those
start
matchups.
off at least.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. But
That's
yeah, I
not
mean the
bad.
Joker thing is big. The Joker
Yeah,
versus Zubac, like you said.
yeah,
I think you said, like you said, Zubac is a tough matchup, or it's a good matchup for him. And they could just play single coverage, just
yeah,
like Jokic beat them.
yeah.
I mean, it looks like the last time, I think the season series was so 2-2 season series, but they haven't played since January 8th. So they haven't played
It's different. Yeah,
since a while. But yeah, I mean, Joker versus on December 13th had 16 points, 7 rebounds. He didn't do much versus Zubac, but then again, he came back, or a couple weeks before, he had 28, 14, and 11. So it's going to be interesting how they defend him, but I'm assuming they're just going to do single coverage with Zubac.
yeah. To start off, at least, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, if the Clippers are healthy, I'm picking the Clippers to win the series. What about you?
Man, I want to stray. I mean, Clippers are really, really good at home. They're really good at home. 30-11. Not as great on
That new wall,
away.
that new Intuit Dome must be working.
Yeah. The away is not as good. They're actually under 500 on away. Denver is 26-15 at home and 24-17 away. Man, it's gonna be close, man. Because I like how Harden's playing, how Kawhi's playing, I'm gonna go Clippers in 6 as well. I don't know. Did you say how many games?
I
You're
didn't say how many
thinking?
games, but I would have Clippers in 6 as well. And also
Yeah.
a big thing with that, picking the Clippers is like the coaching advantage. I
Yeah.
mean, unless David Adelman is really some second coming of
Yeah.
like Greg Popovich or something, I think like Ty Lue should. I mean, I assume Ty Lue should have the Clippers should have the coaching advantage with Ty Lue. And if Kawhi, like you said, Harden, Norman Powell, Zubac, I mean, these guys are all having great seasons. So kudos to them. I mean, they've got a lot of people didn't expect the Clippers to even make the playoffs this year. So I mean, unless some injury happens these guys are all older. So unless one of them goes down, like we said, their bench is very thin. I'm taking the Clippers in 6 in this series.
Yeah, for sure. I remember bringing up a bet here over or under 1.5 upsets, just according to seeds. So if the Warriors, let's just say they got the number 7 and they playing the Rockets, are you going over on the 1.5?
Yeah, I was thinking about that bet earlier. Actually, I think like now we see the matchups because the Warriors did fall to 7. I think that pretty much. I don't know, Warriors, Rockets. I would have to look into it more, but I think I would just off the top of my head right now, just gut feeling, I would take the Warriors.
Okay. Man, that'd be
So that would be 2 upsets with the Warriors and the Clippers, technically, right?
Yeah. So you go over on the 1.5.
Yeah, so I'd be over 1.5 upsets in the Western
Man, that
Conference.
Rockets, I really want to pick the Rockets, man. I
I think people are dismissing the Rockets too easily. Like, they don't have experience, but their coach does. Their coach went to the NBA Finals, and he has experience specifically against the Warriors too.
Oh, that's true. He played them.
Although I don't think his scheme against. I think hopefully he learned his lesson from the way he guarded Curry with the Celtics in the 22 finals. So yeah, I mean, we gotta wait and see till that one happens. We'll talk about that series when it's officially set. But yeah,
then
it'll
let's
be
get
interesting.
to the last 2 in the East. We got was it Knicks versus Pistons? Would be the first one. I mean, not too much to talk about. I feel like Detroit has a great season. They've made like a 40 win difference or 30 win difference, something like that, between last year. But I'm going comfortably Knicks in 5 on this one.
Wow. Knicks in 5? I was teetering. This is a tough one. I don't know. I feel like you're kind of just downplaying the Pistons here a little bit. So I did go back and forth with this one. I did go back and forth with this series. I mean, obviously 3-1 Pistons won the season series.
Mhm.
I wouldn't look too much into season series when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I mean, Beasley, the reason that I eventually did land on the Knicks, I mean, Beasley's having a historical 3-point season. Um, I think his career high in 3-point percentage is 42. I think he made more threes. He made more threes this year
Mhm.
than Clay and Dame did in their career highs. So,
Mhm.
I mean, he had 319 threes. But man, I think, like I said, I think I eventually just went with the Knicks just because I think that I don't think like Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, I don't think these guys are like playoff risers
Mhm.
as opposed to with the. I mean, I went back and forth. I mean, this is close. I mean, would you say Cade Cunningham's the best player in this series, or who would you say the best player in this series is? I think it might be Cade.
I don't think. I think it's Jalen Brunson.
Really?
I don't think it's close.
You don't think it's close?
I don't think it's debatable.
Oh wow! See, I might have a hot take then. I think Cade might be I think Cade Cunningham might be the best player in this series, and I think he might be better than Jalen Brunson. So,
Holy
especially because of
crow!
two-way stuff. I
Yeah,
mean, Jalen Brunson is his defensive. He can't defend anywhere near as as good
sure.
as
It's
Cade.
very
So
it's longer.
yeah, I just think that they just have too many. I mean, other than Jalen Brunson, they do have too many like defensive sort of. With OG and Anunoby stepping up recently,
Mhm.
and Josh Hart. I think Mikal Bridges is a little overrated on defense. I'm just not.
Mhm.
I mean, I've said it multiple times on this podcast. I'm not a big Mikal Bridges fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll take the Knicks in 7. I think it's
Okay.
gonna be closer than people
Oh wow.
expect.
Okay.
I mean, just because OG's been playing well recently, Josh Hart, and I just don't think Cade has enough around him right now. I
Yeah.
mean, Jalen. They also don't have any like besides they have Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart, but I think Cat should do well there, and Cat and Mitchell Robinson can match up well there. So I'll take a
Yeah.
Knicks in 7.
Okay. Okay. It's pretty. It's a pretty big hot
Yeah, I
take.
got some hot takes in this series. I believe in the Pistons. I'm buying the Pistons hype.
Yeah, I'm far from it. I like Bridges or OG on Cade and switching, just those guys just going after Cade and limiting him and taking him out. And once he's out of the game, this series is over.
Yeah,
There's no one that's going to
exactly.
score and stuff
They have
because
no one else. That's the problem.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the problem. I
if you
mean,
take away the queen bee, man, that's all you got to do, dude. That's all you
that's
got
the
to do.
problem. They have one offensive threat, and it's Cade. And it's like if Malik Beasley isn't hitting his threes, if Tim Hardaway isn't hitting his threes,
Yeah.
then it's gonna be ugly, man. Because like you said, I mean, OG is probably your best bet. I think OG is the best bet, best defender to put on Cade.
Hmm.
But even then, I mean, you still have Josh Hart. I think Cade would absolutely cook Mikal Bridges. I know you said Mikal Bridges, but I don't think Mikal Bridges 1v1 can guard Cade. So I
Hmm.
think that you're better off just playing OG on him. And man, it's just Asor Thompson still needs to obviously up his offensive game.
Oh wow,
So
we got
yeah.
Pageman saying it's not close enough, and the best player
You
is
guys are
getting
gonna
one
have to
man.
see, man. I
The
disagree.
offense.
I disagree. I think Cade is better. I think Cade surpassed Jalen.
I like to take. I like to take.
A hot take. It's a hot take, but I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, I just think in the slower defensive games, I like Brunson. He's gonna have that midi. He's just gonna know how to go inside, and his playmaking is still really good as well. He's getting 7 assists a game this year, and I know Cade has been killing it, man. I love Cade. I'm a big Cade guy. I mean, Cade's doing all the same amount of points and more assists, more rebounds. But I think the experience as well is going to be a factor as well. This will be Detroit's, this version of Detroit's first time. Yeah.
But I think
Say one more time.
Cade's had a better season than Jalen for sure.
Yeah. I think that's a
But
fair. I
we'll
think
see.
it's fair. It's fair.
But he's still young. I mean, he doesn't have this is gonna be his first playoff series, so
Yeah.
and it's gonna be in Madison Square Garden, so I think he's built for it, but we'll see.
And then, all right. And then what's the last matchups? Indiana and Milwaukee, with Indiana having the home court advantage.
Yep. 4 versus 5.
Yeah. Who do you got? Who do you got? I got Pacers here. Is that a hot take? It's not a hot take, right?
I don't think it's a hot take, especially with. I mean, there's been reports with Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard might come back this series, so I think that
Yeah.
would. I still would take the Pacers. What about you with Dame Lillard?
Man, it's just, I don't know how healthy Damien is, man. I don't know how we don't know because there was rumors about him coming back from the blood clots. And remember what I said. Milwaukee, and I said it like a month ago. Bucks would be going and to the second round playing the Cavs and beating them if they're
You
completely
did say
healthy.
that, yeah.
I just don't know how healthy Damien is, man. They seem optimistic is what I'm hearing. But I think it's a little too like sudden,
Too
right? Like
soon? You think it's too soon, like his conditioning and stuff too?
like we don't know all that stuff. So I'm gonna go with Pacers in 6 against the Bucks. I like the Pacers offense is too nice. Tyrese facilitating. I know no one's gonna really stop Giannis, but once you have the wall with Giannis, you got Siakam. At least he's someone long and stuff. You got Miles Turner. You got some long players in there and some tall guys that can at least limit Giannis a little bit. And then they don't have anyone that's going to guard like Tyrese for facilitating or um and yeah, so yeah, those are the main things.
Yeah, I was going back and forth
This one's
between
a tough
Pacers in
one.
5 or Pacers in 6, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think without Dame, it's probably gonna be, unless Giannis goes absolutely like ballistic, like
Yeah.
one of the all-time great, like which he can. I mean, he's having an insane season. I think he's been the second best player this season, to be honest,
Hmm.
behind
Yeah.
Joker. So I'm
Hmm.
ahead of Shea. I think he's having that good of a season. So, like we said, season series. So it looks like Bucks won that one 3-1. Giannis averaged 30 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists versus them. Bucks are second in the NBA with in 3-point percentage. So, so they do have shooters around Giannis. So I'll say Pacers in 6 without Dame.
Yeah.
Just because of Pacers, I saw a stat. I think so they're 15-9 against the top 10 net rating teams. So whereas the Bucks are 5-19. So I think the Pacers have quietly performed well against the good teams, and they do
Hmm.
sort of they have the experience. They were in the East Finals last year, with pretty
Yeah.
much the same team returning. So for that reason, I think the Pacers, unless Giannis, I think Giannis will have to average like 35
30.
plus points,
Yeah.
35-point triple double to have any shot.
Whoa,
I
35
think they
point
have,
triple
yeah, I think
double.
he'll have to average a 35-point triple double for them to have any chance, assuming Damian Lillard isn't playing in the series. So I'll say Pacers in
Uh,
6.
I was just curious to see how many points he was averaging in all of his playoffs. In the 22, he played 12 games in the playoffs. He averaged 31.7, and when he won the championship, he was averaging 30.2. 35 is a lot to win. I think that's
Yeah,
if
30,
he
maybe like
averages like
30, maybe like 30,
32,
30-point
33.
triple double, 30-point
Yeah.
triple double. Yeah, 35 is a lot. Yeah,
But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, he can get it for sure. But man, it's just all that the Damian health, man. It's so hard to predict with that. But I'm gonna predict he's not that healthy, right? He's just coming back like right for the series starts. I
I
don't
don't think
really
he
buy
plays this
it.
series. I'd be shocked if he played this
Yeah.
series. I mean, like you
Um,
said, like the conditioning stuff, like he's been out for like a while.
yeah. So
So
once he got it, it didn't look good, and I'm just gonna go with Pacers. They're healthy. Their offense is really nice, and I think they can score a lot of points. I mean, the Bucks defense isn't what it like used to be, right? Like Brook Lopez isn't what he used to be. Um,
right,
Kyle Kuzma
Bobby
is on the
Portis,
team. Yeah,
The Kuzma is a net
Kuzma's
negative for the
trash.
team.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, AJ Green's a good shooter. Gary Trent's a good shooter, but
Mhm.
these guys are, they're not really like options that you can really rely on. But
Yeah,
man, Giannis is averaging 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists this month. So
that's wild.
I mean, if he keeps those numbers up against the Pacers, I mean, I could see him
Pat
at least
Connaughton
taking it
just
to 7.
Pat Connaughton today scored 43, I think.
Oh,
For 43
did
points.
they not play anyone?
Yeah, it was one of those games. He played 44 minutes, 43
43?
points.
Man,
Yeah.
these last just look at the
Silly
box score
season, man,
from
like you
these
said.
games. I gotta look at the box scores of some of these games. There's like who's that? Like someone mentioned earlier, Yuri Yakuwatakanome for like the
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies, like balled out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man. The
PJ and
defense by
Clay.
the Bucks, like they got like Gary Trent Jr. is going to get a lot of minutes. Bobby Portis and Kevin Porter Jr. Like all these guys are just not good defenders. Kyle Kuzma is not a good defender.
Nope.
Torian Prince is okay. Giannis is obviously elite, but Brooks
Kevin Porter
Lopez,
Jr. too. Like he's been good on offense. I will say
yeah,
I've always liked Kevin Porter Jr.'s offensive game. So
yeah,
he's actually not a bad point guard, but he's also a little inconsistent.
yeah, yeah. He has been shooting well for the Bucks. He's been doing 49 and 41 from for offense. So with 12 points a game, four
I do
rebounds,
like
four assists.
they have like a young kid, I like Ryan Rollins on their team. I do
Yeah,
like him, but I don't think he's gonna play. Like I
that
would be
much.
surprised if he plays any minutes this series. But I do like
Yeah,
him. He's good from what I've seen. So sort of like
yeah,
Brandon Williams.
yeah, for sure. He has been playing well secretly. He's doing 49 from the field and also 41 from three.
Yeah, he's a good
Uh,
shooter. He's a good
yeah.
shooter and good dribbler. But I mean, maybe
Uh,
he could be. Yeah, maybe he can provide them with some good minutes. If he
Flores
plays.
Flores picking Pacers in 7. He's also picking Pacers.
Yeah, let's
Everyone's
hear your
picking the
guys'
Pacers.
predictions in the chat, man. I want to see some of your guys' predictions. I
We
feel like
got
right now we pretty much have we agreed on every series so far?
I think so.
Just the amount of games different.
Yeah. Which that's not a good. I don't know if that's a good sign.
I mean, we got that was the last one for the for the ones that are set anyway. I mean, it's only been half. It's only been 4 of the 8 locked in series, so
Yeah.
there's still a couple more. But those are also the
Um
1 and 2 seeds.
yeah, we're gonna be going through the playoffs as they go, and once we find out the playing games, we'll get through the, like you said, the 1 through 8,
You want to
2
do
through 7.
the Eastern Conference plans?
Sure.
You could
Let's
just do
do
them. We
it.
could just do them real quick.
Yeah. What was it?
So what do
Bulls
you think
Heat,
about Hawks Magic?
Hawks Magic.
I think
I'm
that one's
picking
close.
Magic.
Should we look at? Do you know the odds to all these?
Actually, so I don't know so now this is a good time. I haven't guessed. I don't know the
Yeah, I don't know either.
hockey-based ones.
I don't
All
know
right,
either.
so
So
we can each
you
make a
take the
guess.
Magic.
It's in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
I'd go Orlando minus 5.5.
You have the odds pulled up.
Dude, I could check
I could pull
actually.
them up.
I could
Actually,
check.
let's just say them first so we don't see
Yeah,
them. So you said Orlando what?
you got Orlando minus 5.5, and then I got for the Heat Bulls. And do you know if it's in Miami?
Heat Bulls, I think is actually in. I don't know.
Let's see.
Actually, where is it? Is it not in Chicago?
Heat Bulls. It is in Chicago.
I feel like it is, right?
Yeah, United Center. Um, I'm gonna go Miami in that one by minus 2.5, and I'm gonna go Magic minus 5.5.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go Magic minus 3.5, and I'm gonna go. I'll go Bulls minus 1.
Yeah, yeah, it's at home. It's gonna be tight.
All right, look it up. Look it up. Let's see.
All
That
right,
Bulls is good.
Hawks Magic. Orlando is minus 5.5.
Oh, you got that one
I
right.
got one on the
Damn.
money. Oh, then you got the Heat Bulls. Chicago minus 1.5.
Oh, I was closer on that one. Okay.
All right, so we
Split it.
each
We
got
split
one.
it.
Yeah.
Oh man, who you pick? Are you picking the Magic and the Bull on the Heat? You said.
Yeah. I think I'm picking Magic and Heat. I just think Eric Spoelstra always just finds a way.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That.
Heat culture. A lot of people are relying on that Heat culture. No Jimmy Butler though.
But it could be a trap game, man. Bulls being favored, and everyone knows about Spoelstra.
That's
But
true. Bulls being favorite.
I'll still go Miami.
That one I have trouble with.
It's so hard because like the Bulls players are kind of
They just played too. They just
Yeah.
played the other day. Bulls won 119 to 111.
Yeah.
And that was in Miami. Did everyone play? Let me see if everyone played. I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna pick the
12.
Bulls, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Bulls. I'll take the
Herter's
Bulls.
gonna go off. We got a Herter game.
Herter, Matthias
Buzelis
Buzelis,
game.
Kobe White, Vucevic. I mean, everyone played in this game. Yeah, Andrew
Yeah.
Wiggins played. Everyone played in this game that the Bulls won 119-111. But like you said, Spoelstra in the playoffs, maybe he just wasn't showing his hand. So I don't feel confident. But I'm going to take the Bulls in this one. And then I agree. Oh, man, Magic one too. I'll take the Magic. I'll go with my boy Paolo.
I just I don't see Kevin Huerter going off. Buzelis, he could play well, but it's rookie. I don't know. We'll see if he
Dyson Daniels going to be on Paolo? No, right? Maybe.
No. I don't think so. I wouldn't do it. Maybe like on Franz.
Why wouldn't you put Dyson Daniels on Paolo?
I think he's
too small.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'7". Paolo's 6'10". Yeah, I think he's too small.
But I mean, man, they still got a good, like, Alec Burks is playing a lot of good minutes. Davion Mitchell got a lot of minutes, 36 minutes. He's been playing pretty well, 17 and 8 for Miami, Miami.
Since a trade?
No. Well, Davion Mitchell, when he played the Bulls in that last game we were talking about last week.
Yeah. He did good, yeah.
Yeah, 36 minutes.
I actually watched a little bit of that game. I think it was on NBA TV.
Yeah, he's been playing well, man. I mean, looking like a little bit better than Devin Carter right now.
Trade him away for
nothing.
Like a bag of chips, man.
We traded him just to get rid of his contract.
Exactly. Ridiculous trade.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. I think the playing games are fun. They'll be fun games, man. Like, that's a good game. Heat Bulls.
Playing games are good. The Eastern Conference too. I mean, Heat Bulls. I think actually the worst one might be Kings-Mavericks. In terms of entertainment value. I mean,
yeah, for sure, I agree.
Because we got. I mean, it's gonna be. I think it's between that because we got maybe Magic Hawks. Between that or Magic Hawks.
Magic Hawks. You got Trae Young. He can.
You got Trae Young. You got Paolo, Dyson Daniels.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, in the Mavericks series, who's the best player in the Mavericks series? Probably Anthony Davis. I mean, it is Anthony Davis for sure.
Yeah.
But you also have like some vets, DeRozan, Levine.
Man, but it's just the style. Like, people don't like the style of DeRozan, Levine playing, like, taking ISO ball. And
in terms of in terms of just entertainment value, like
the only way if it's entertaining if Zach LaVine's on a heater, that's when it's fun. That's like the peak Kings like energy and fun.
Well, we didn't talk about that, but the Kings with the loss today, they could have had a coin flip with Chicago for the. That's honestly bad. I mean, obviously Kings fans are happy. Like, I don't want to like spoil their high, but man,
the picks.
I would love that. If I was a Kings fan, I would have taken that coin flip for sure.
Yeah.
I would have taken that loss. I would have arrested everyone.
Yeah, because Mavericks lost and it wouldn't have mattered.
Mavericks lost, exactly. Yeah. It would have been, you guys still would have been the 9 seed, and you would have at least had a coin flip to keep your pick. So
yeah.
Yikes.
That's life as a Kings fan now. Just all we could do is just hope we get into at least make it somewhat worth it.
That's for the summer. We'll get it. We could talk about that.
Yeah. But appreciate everyone staying on. We got a long one today. If you guys can like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff on Apple, Spotify. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back on Wednesday. I think we're gonna do a live stream of the whole game, pretty much just commenting during the game and
come hang out.
Yeah. So come on Wednesday and
watch us live commentate the game.
Yeah, it'll be a different thing. The Kings media has not done this before. We're gonna be the first ones. It's gonna be the best, and we'll put on a show. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. First ever watch along Kings history, baby. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on history.
But yeah, appreciate everyone coming in, and we'll see you guys at the next show. Take care, guys.
Later.